Cool. So I just jumped into the to the weekly leaderboard here so that we can take a look at where we stack up. Those were actually the first 2 songs that we had played for the week. So we are well behind, as you can see here. Rat Tail down at the bottom, 0 spotlight score, total crew XP of 575. So what that means is actually there are two sort of different ways to contribute to your crew in any given week. One is through playing spotlight songs, and the other is through playing songs that contribute or fall under the theme of the weekly challenge. So what we just did there was we played obviously the 2 songs that fall under the weekly challenge. We got 575 crew XP, which is good for last place. I think hopefully with some good requests from folks today, we can build that up again. If we look at crew XP here, we'll just sort by that. As you can see, you can sort of switch back and forth between spotlight score contribution and your total crew XP. My flight is going to be amazing tomorrow. I cannot wait.
Oh yeah, that's
nice
right.
Head cold.
You are patient 0 for OC3.
That's right. Get ready, folks. It's real. And right now, what we're looking at, this is all of the crews that are in the current server. So this is our internal test server. We've got 5 crews. Come October 18th, there will be countless.
At least 3 or 4.
At least 6 crews.
So talk about Spotlight songs for a minute, because there is obviously a difference between the 2. Spotlight kind of feeds into that weekly challenge.
Spotlight does feed into the weekly challenge. So this is sort of, Crew XP is about just playing as much as you can. It's really a place where everybody is able to contribute to their crew. Spotlight songs are where the best of the best are going to be able to sort of show their stuff. So what we're looking at here is the Spotlight song screen. And the 3 we have here, 3 excellent diss tracks from the Rockman 4 soundtrack. Little Miss Can't Be Wrong by the Spin Doctors, Somebody Told Me by the Killers, and Short Skirt Long Jacket by Cake. So as you can see, each song is broken up into the 4 instrument sections. And what you want to do is you want to post the highest score that you possibly can for each instrument across these 3 songs.
And you can play over and over.
You can play over and over, and if you best your previous high, it'll just be swapped out and replaced. And it's not just you, it's your entire crew is going to contribute into this. And at the end of the week, if you are, you get a score based on your performance in the Spotlight songs, you get a score for your performance in the weekly challenge, Crew XP. And the 2 averaged together is going to determine whether or not your crew advances or falls behind. Do we want to play a Spotlight song here and sort of...
Yeah,
wow,
let's do that.
The band is anxious and eager.
Yeah.
Little Miss Can't Be Wrong. All right. So
you can jump right into that from that.
Yeah, we just jump right in.
Oh, and so here, this actually tells you, so harmony vocal scores don't count. It's only the solo score counts, because that way all the scores are kind of normalized. And same thing happens with pro drums. So pro drum scores are mixed down to traditional drum scores, so that whether or not you have the pro drum cymbals, it will put you on a level playing field with everybody that just has the standard drum kit.
Yeah. You want to do solo? All right. Team player, I like it.
I actually don't know what's going to happen here, since they're all on the same profile.
Yep. Well,
we're going to find out. For somebody who's never heard that song before, I'm impressed.
Yeah, all right.
I'll take it.
So, here we go.
Yeah, so there you see.
150 points for 5 stars on Expert. First crew play. So the first time the crew played the song, in general, we got 150 bonus XP for that, which led to an overall crew XP, or overall earned XP of 300. So that, not only does that feed into our Spotlight songs, which we're going to take a look at now, but also our overall crew XP. So a little extra bang for your buck on that. There's a budding accident happening behind us.
It's going to be great.
So Nick wins. And as you can see here, his 5-star expert score has filled up the meter and replaced the nothingness that was there before. And he's got 131,000 points. So our total Spotlight score up at the top right there, thus far for the week, 131,800. So if Nick was to play again, or we were to get a better drummer down here and sort of try to replace Nick's score, what we would see is that score would be swapped out and replaced with the higher one. So what you want to do is sort of keep pushing until you really FC every single song on every single instrument for the week.
Right. Which is why it really rewards a diverse crew.
Right. Yes, absolutely. You know, if you've got someone that can only play a couple songs a week, but they're going to be able to knock out that perfect take, then that's great. They're going to really help you out on the spotlight side, but they probably aren't going to help you that much on the crew XP side.
Right. And on that side, it's better to have somebody that, you know, even if they only play on medium or hard or something like that, but they have a bunch of time and they love playing Rock Band and they'll post a ton of scores, they're going to do more than that player that'll FC but only play, you know, an hour a week.
Yeah, and also why, you know, if you just got a bunch of friends who are only really good at guitars, probably not going to be ultra competitive in Rivals mode. You want to look for a diverse crew that's able to sort of cover off on all the instruments. So, as you can see, updated 3 songs, averaging 291 XP per song, which is pretty good. We're benefiting from the fact that it's the first time our crew's played any of these.
If other members of Rat Tail had played, they would fill in there as well.
They would also fill in there. That's true. You would have all of the members. Speaking of, let's go take a look at some of the members of Rat Tail. So we can take a look at our crew roster here. To Daniel Rat is the eye of the Rat Tail. That's not me. But you can see here, we're just a member of this crew, I believe. Or Josh. No, Josh is admin, which means that he could kick somebody. So I will go ahead and kick myself from this crew, just so that you can all see what that looks like and how sad I'm going to be as I hit yes.
Now you're gone.
Rejected.
And if we go all the way to the top, we've got Daniel Rat with, you know, the namesake of this crew. But he hasn't posted anything this week, so if you hit the right bumper there...
Oh, do you want to...
Yeah, we can tell him to step it up.
He just made... He's not... Yeah, you could sarcastically send thanks for helping, or you can send step it up. And the previous kicking me is sort of like a threat. An implied threat. He knows what it means.
Exactly. So what is that skill number there?
So skill is actually our way of now ranking sort of how good you are at any given instrument. So what you're seeing here is actually each player's best instrument, and the skill score ranges from 0 to 1,000. So the higher the skill score, the better off you are. We're all... Greg is our best player, and his best instrument is guitar. So 800 points is going to mean that he's playing on expert most of the time, and he's doing pretty well, probably 4 to 5 stars each time. So. Yep. Whereas somebody like you, Josh... Probably a medium to hard drummer? Is that where you're falling
That is
out on
where
here?
I fall on drums.
On drums. That's fine.
But
you
to
play...
be fair, this is not representative of my personal skill because I'm always
Right.
logged
This
in
is just
on our
what you
Twitch
do.
kit.
Yes. Oh,
yeah.
I was not judging.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Comments from the peanut gallery. Yeah, so just to go back to the quick message system, it's something, you know, just a way to quickly stay in touch with folks. If you have the mobile app, have you guys talked about the mobile app down here before?
Not in any sort of detail. We've mentioned that it exists, but...
So it does exist, but the other thing that it brings is really sort of full-featured messaging. So you can actually type out really long passive-aggressive notes to people that aren't contributing to your crew and shame them in front of everyone else in your group, which is what I look forward to doing.
You want to show the comparison? Player versus player?
Show the player versus player. Let's take a look at that. So we're logged in as Josh. Let's compare ourselves to our fearless leader, Mr. Daniel Rat here. So what we're looking at here is vocals. Josh, there we go. So Josh, far and away the better drummer compared to Daniel. Anyway, so it's comparing their skill. It'll compare all the scores. Again, since Josh only plays down here on this account, not fully populated, but you can see you do okay. 76 stars earned on drums.
Yeah.
Modest amount of play. And then you can dive in, you can take a look at gamer cards, you can do all that sort of thing. Nice way to measure up to your friends.
Right.
So let's take a look at tier status. So what this is telling us now, this is sort of where you go in to temperature check your status for the week. We are currently in the bronze tier, which is the lowest tier, which means that there is no way for us to get demoted or penalized for being terrible. But normally what you would see, if we had been promoted out of bronze into silver, what you would see on the left-hand side is a red portion of the meter, which would indicate that you are at risk of being demoted at the end of the week when the challenge ends. On the right-hand side, the green means that you're going to get promoted to the next tier. Right now, we're comfortably sitting in the blue tier, which is the safety zone. So we're doing okay. That number in the middle, which I think says 30 at the moment, is the average of your Spotlight Crew percentile and your Crew XP percentile. So even if you are in the, you knock Spotlight songs out of the park, you're 100, you're the best possible Spotlight song score across all of Rivals. Your Crew XP percentile, if you're not sort of playing that much, is going to be a lot lower. So even though you are the best of the best in one area, if you're neglecting another one, it's going to average out. You might end up with a 50, which is probably good enough to stay where you are, but not likely good enough to get you to the next tier.
And then on the right-hand side, you have the distribution of all of the different tiers. They'll be a little bit more split up once this game is out in the wild and people are playing.
Yeah, so every week a percentage of crews will get promoted, a percentage will get demoted, and there will be a lot of sort of fluctuation and moving over time. So you'll see people rising up. It'll take 6 weeks, 5 weeks for the first crews to reach Bloodstone, theoretically. Who will it be? Will it be you?
It is almost definitely going to be me on drums.
Josh on drums.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
Yeah.
He will be in the first crew.
I will Vox drum. And I'll be great.
Yep. So just quickly running through the rest of the screen here, what we could see. Again, our current status, safe, and then the time remaining. Pretty diving on down. Let's take a look at badges. So there are dozens and dozens of badges that you can earn for all sorts of different things, both as a crew and for your individual performance. So what we're looking at right now is crew badges. And you can see that our crew has been fairly active in the internal play testing here. We've participated in 11 weekly challenges as recently as last week. So that's pretty nice. We've topped the silver tier once, or twice, excuse me. We came in first twice. And you'll see that this is just sort of going to third overall bronze is like a participation medal kind of when you're only playing with 5 people or 5 crews.
I like that you can see our test challenge names here. End of August test.
Oh yeah, that was a risky click by me. Oh, that's nice. Management appreciation day.
Yep.
I'm gonna. Oh yeah, no, these are okay.
Yeah.
Whew. And then individual badges. So this is where that's one of my favorite challenge names. So I Want to Know What Love Is was the name of the challenge for that given week. We had the second best guitar play for that week in the silver tier. So this is going to go all the way up to Bloodstone. You can sort of quickly try to scroll down. So many badges to earn. So little time. But just a fun way of sort of rewarding people, and then we've got some plans down the road for ways that people can show off sort of badges that they've won and stuff.
Right.